Hello, everyone. So, welcome to this contest for this month. Well, I guess past month now. Is Halloween is DDLC is literature horror art contest. I let me know if the volume is too high or too low, and I'll adjust it. So, because I'm using a little bit different settings than last time. This, by the way, is a pretty great edit that I found of the recently released, or I guess, sort of recently released artwork from Satchely, the official artwork that was on the Little Monty X through Twitter, aka X account, and I think it's a really good edit. It says unbearable at the bottom. So yeah, I have first gonna start off with sharing some art from this past month here, sort of in the theme. Some in the theme, some not in the theme of Halloween. And I might be being joined by my friend, some British guy. I'm not sure when he'll be here, but he'll be helping me co-host this art contest here. And I do have the results already, so I'll be able to share at the end who the winners are for the contest. Alright, so yeah, thanks again for coming, and anyone who's showing up for this. Alright, so the first artwork here, I saw recently on the Reddit, and you can see at the bottom, it's by Cloud D, and so this is actually a pretty cool crossover art, my side and DDLC. Got Sayori as Cappy, Monica as Mita, like Mita proper, and then we have Natsuki as the Mila, sort of like otaku tsundere type, and then we have Yuri as Sleepy Mita. So I think this is actually a really cute art, done really well. Everyone kind of fits since they're these like Mita archetypes here. So yeah, this was a really fantastic art piece, and it's from Cloud D. And yeah, I feel like really love the poses here. They all fit really well for each of the girls. It almost seems like the DDLC girls could have gone, to like some kind of Halloween slumber party with these outfits on, Alright, this one's a meme. And I think it's kind of just like absurd humor, so MC says, he's saying to Sayori, I love you. And Sayori, with stars in her eyes, she's like, I love you more. And then Horse walks in. And so, obviously, I think it's hilarious because you could see that the horse has the bow. Monica's bow is like right behind the front part of the horse. And then you have Yuri's hair sticking out in the back. I think it's just really freaking funny. And MC's kind of pissed off here. He's kind of like, really? And then Sayori's just like speechless here. If there's like another layer to this humor, let me know, because I am kind of curious about it. But I think it you can see there's also a gulp here. Monica's like gulping, I guess. She's nervous coming out as coming into this situation as a horse. But yeah, this is really funny. Let's see. So this is a really breathtaking piece of art. I actually commissioned a similar art piece to this a while ago with Monica holding Sayori in this ether. It feels like this could be like a secret unlockable CG or some kind of secret unlockable artwork from the DDLC Plus side stories, because I feel like the reason I love this one so much is how powerful sort of like Sayori and Monika's relationship depicted here is like the sort of forgiveness that Sayori kind of embodies in this artwork is just phenomenal. And I feel like the way everything was drawn, the way the details in this art piece have been like put into here, just like from like the bottom of the shoes even to like the shading, the lighting, it just feels such like a soulful piece here. Monika's sort of, she feels the weight of her decisions, like the weight of the game on her shoulders, and Sayori is like, you know, it's like she's coming from a place of wisdom and understanding that Monika is not evil. She's not entirely bad person for this to happen. You know, it's just sort of happenstance that under these circumstances, Monika was sort of the one who incurred this horrible epiphany of this reality, and then Sayori sort of, I feel like this sort of depicting Sayori as a kind of a higher good, recognizing the atrocity here and sort of forgiving Monika, sort of like in a Christ-like way here. And yeah, you have letters here. Sort of like it's sort of mixing this abstract, sort of glitchy, you know, what they call it, noise, like, you know, video noise here on the sides, with this blockiness, sort of glitchy type artifacts. Yeah, it's called artifacts. That's what I was gonna say. It's like a type of noise. And the letters here, Monika's name. We have, of course, from the game, the noose referenced here. I love how you can't see Monika's face. Sort of leaves you guessing what her expression is. And Sayori is just completely like, she's in like this sort of, almost reminds me of the Pieta, you know, Mary forgiving her son. In this case, Sayori forgiving her sister Monika, right? For all of the hardship, the adversity, the sin. But yeah, I love this. I love this piece. And as far as the artist, I could check. I'm gonna check the artist real quick because I do want to say who the artist is. Actually, I don't know if I have the artist's name readily available, but I can put it in the description of the video. But yeah, awesome piece. So this one, it's a work in progress piece, and I just thought it was really, you know, pretty straightforward, kind of Monika looking straight at the screen. And I think the artist was drawing Monika's hands on the left here. And you can see the artist's name right there, Mago Kochi. Artist was drawing the hands on the left and decided that it would actually look better without the hands there. So they're going to, seems like, redraw the rest of this one. But yeah, this is not for the contest. These are just some arts that I found recently in the past month or so that I want to share that are really cool. And yeah, this is pretty much Monika, like, of her face, like 2 inches from the glass screen here. It's adorable. Yeah, I love seeing the close-ups, you know. You get to see interesting how the artist will draw the eyes differently. So do the coloring in the pupil and the iris, how they shade it differently, and the sort of detail, as you can see here, is sort of like this sort of line of like sort of line inside the iris here, going surrounding the pupil is really cool. But yeah, that's awesome. Mago Kochi is the artist for that, and this is an artist I've commissioned in the past. Kami Sato Yu. This one is more just Monica putting up her hair bow, or taking it down. Yeah, I love this artist a lot. Kami Sato, or just Kami. You can call him Kami as well, but yeah, Monica is sort of pretty wholesome art here. Wanted to throw in some wholesome as well as the Halloween art. And so this one, I believe I found on Reddit, the subreddit. Actually, wait. No, this one I found on X. It's by Sen 10,000. So that's SENN 10,000. This was a Halloween art piece, and yeah, you can see their artist name right here in the middle, Sen 10,000. So, oh yeah, the timing here for the music. Sarah, you're okay. So she's eating a cookie here, enjoying her cookie, eyes closed here. Monica has a lollipop, heart-shaped, of course, because she's symbol of love. She's also dressed in the fallen angel outfit though, so she's got that sort of like dark feminine energy going on with her outfit. Yuri as well, she's got her like witch slash magician outfit going on, and honestly, I think yeah, all these are the outfits from that official Halloween art, I believe. Surrey's the cow, yeah, Mr. Cow onesie, and then Natsuki's got her like magical girl Natsuki outfit on. The cat on the shoulder. It's really, yeah, this is a really nice one. The colors are very, I love the color, like how it gives a certain feel, like the whole art piece, the colors sort of all feel, oh, oops. Skipping ahead a little bit. So yeah, the colors make this feel a certain way, this whole piece. I love, interesting detail here, so Natsuki has this music note, sort of, and she's got this kind of smug look with her single tooth here. That's a very, I wonder what she's singing. You know, probably like, I don't know, what do you think she's singing? Put in there, you could comment what you think Natsuki's singing. And then Sari's got a heart as well. I think she's just, it's just saying she loves the cookie so much, you know. Natsuki's chocolate chip cookies. This one is by William SX or SX William. SX William has done a ton of art pieces for DDLC, and this one, I'm actually kind of curious what Monica is Monica, is she supposed to be the girl from The Ring? Is that right? Is anyone else know? Because we have obviously Sari as Freddy, and now I feel like I've seen Monica as dressed as Freddy in the past. But yeah, Sari actually looks really nice as Freddy here. Freddy Krueger. I feel like that look on her face, something about that fits the Freddy Krueger vibe. Like, I'm gonna come into your dreams and like rip out all of your like fantasies and all of your, you know, wishes and from your dreams. Like, I'm gonna be your nightmare, you know. I feel like Sari's got that sort of deathly vibe here. And then we have Natsuki as who is the guy from Saw? The antagonist from Saw. So I don't know if I've ever seen that movie, so I'm not sure what his name would be, but yeah. The makeup on Natsuki here Or if that's a mask, I'm not sure, but that is like, look at that. That is just so crazy. Natsuki pulling that off really well. And then we have Yuri here as Ghostface from Scream. And I don't know, Yuri's face here, it just looks very nice, very soft, sort of like wholesome, like, you know, they have this sort of contrast here, juxtaposition with this sort of terrifying ghost face. And then we have, you know, what's behind the ghost face. Yeah, what's behind the shadow archetype is this anima, you know, soft, caring, beautiful kind sort of face. And that's the anima archetype. And so Monica here, and then we have MC as the Joker. Because MC, people don't take MC serious. Like, a lot of people just don't take MC seriously. Like, you know, Quirksis doesn't feature MC in his videos, and a lot of mods don't even. I feel like a lot of custom dialogues don't feature MC either. But MC, I feel like since Plus came out, he's sort of been getting a little more love because he's got that concept art in the in DDLC Plus. So like, yeah, MC as the Joker, I feel like it's super fitting. It's really kind of the joke character a little bit, and you know, people say Sari's the joke character, but I feel like MC is the true joke character if you even consider MC a character. But he's kind of he's kind of straight-faced. I like how William drew MC here, very straight-faced, and then we have Monica sort of, I don't know, like, this gives me like wifey sort of like waking you up at 3 in the morning vibes to, like, you know, just nudge you in bed to like be like, you know, give you a little spook just for fun. But yeah, I think she is from The Ring, the girl from The Ring. And her bows, of course, like Monica's long ass hair, she pulls that off really well, right? But it looks really clean in this as well, as all their hair. All their hair looks really clean. But yeah, that's William SX or SX William. You can see in the top left corner here. I guess it's Will Yen, not William, Will Yen. But yeah, awesome. Thank you for the making great art for DDLC. And so this one is a bit scary here. Interestingly, I believe Yuri is the ghost face in this one as well. You can see in the back, she's next to Natsuki. I believe this is Natsuki here, dressed as the cat. And we have Monica as Daphne. And we have Sari as Velma here, based on the eyes, right? And Sari's sweating, Monica's sweating, because we're looking at some spiders in the foreground here. Big spider web. Maybe it's a Black Widow. Can't tell because the artist did good on the blur. Oh yeah, the artist here. I believe it's Ash. It says right here, Ashy Town, in the middle. So I think this one, yeah, Ashy Town. Okay, I found this one on X as well. And we have some zombie or something dripping from the ceiling. Not sure exactly what happened to this. Could be just a person, but like, maybe there's Cthulhu or some kind of tentacle monster coming from the ceiling. It's pretty spooky. Assuming they're in like a haunted house for Halloween. Some kind of like, you know, horror thing if they're all dressed up this nicely. Monica pulling Daphne off super well, by the way. So this one, oh yeah, this is by the artist Aurora, and very talented artist. This is Natsuki and Yuri, obviously, and we have, I believe Natsuki as a werewolf and Yuri as this kind of dragon. Or sorry, Yuri as a bat. Natsuki as kind of like maybe Natsuki is the dragon, actually. But yeah, this one almost feels like it could be a CG. Very high detail in this. Got the moon in the background, huge moon, and Yuri's holding her signature portrait of Markov here. And so Natsuki, I feel like she's honestly like, I could tell Aurora put in a ton of effort into this one. I love how Yuri's bat wing is sort of like wrapped around the backside of Natsuki as well. You know, sort of like saying how they're friends in a way. And then the variation and then the expression as well is really nice. Yuri's kind of having this yandere sort of come at me bro kind of pose here, and on her countenance sort of this come at me bro, and then Natsuki's more of like she's gonna have you for her next meal kind of look. And I believe that both of their eyes are glowing. Yuri's glowing purple, Natsuki's glowing kind of this reddish pink, and then she's got this glowing gem in the front, pink gem. Yeah, that's awesome, Aurora. Thanks, Aurora. And then let's see. This one is a very wholesome kind of Halloween art here, it's based on the official Halloween art. Sort of this like very almost like a chibi style, you know, drawn in the artist's own style here. The artist here is, I believe it says on the bottom right here, AMC Art. And yeah, I feel like this one is just a very wholesome rendition of that official Halloween art. Like how Monica looks very happy in it. Yuri's sipping her tea. But yeah, you can check this one out. Found this one on X as well. This one, okay, so this one is based, I believe, on the movie The Mummy. Yeah, it's called Have You Ever Summoned Monica as the Mummy? Well, here there she is, known as Mumika. And this one's by Animaker Source on X, so that's at Animaker Source. And it is made in SFM, and SFM is Source Filmmaker. And so I think for an SFM art piece, this is amazing. Like, this is like really amazing. I kind of recognize the Monica. I feel like I recognize the Monica SFM model, but this could be the artist's own, maybe. The hair looks quite distinct. But yeah, sort of Monica. If you've ever seen The Mummy, it's a pretty good movie. Monica is this sort of ancient person awakening to, like, you know, cause chaos in the underground. Egyptian underground is like crazy, fascinating, and behind Monica here is the this symbol is called the Ankh, A-N-K-H. It's an ancient symbol with unknown sort of like origins, I believe. I don't know if it's been around so long, I think people sort of forgot what that symbol is like supposed to mean, but I think I associate it with like ancient sort of feminine or like feminine or Egyptian energies. And we have the eye. I think this eye is supposed to be the eye that's on top of the pyramid. That would be is it the Eye of Horus? But this one is unique because it's within the Ankh here. So you could say it's the third eye as well, I believe. But I believe that's just up to interpretation in this particular piece of art, and then we have all these skeletons surrounding. Very creepy. And then you can say source animaker here. It's the artist. And then in the back we have all these like Egyptian, I don't know if these are wingdings or actual Egyptian symbols, but there's an ankh right here as well, you can see. But it's turned to the side. There's another ankh, and then there's a moon. But yeah, I do not know how to read hieroglyphics, so... But yeah, this is an awesome, really awesome piece though. I love when people like make something in like an uncommon sort of thing like SFM. I guess it's not uncommon, it's just because SFM, there's a ton of SFM DDLC content, but like there's not that much I guess like still art pieces. Well, I guess there are, but not as much as just like normal art pieces, I guess. But yeah, this was really awesome though, from Animaker Source. And once again, like we're about just over halfway through these pieces that I picked from X and Reddit. Just wanted to show off and, you know, draw some attention to these artists, I guess, you know, get some exposure for them. And then after I'm done going through these, we're gonna go to the contest entries. Oh gosh, this is this song is a remix of Dreams in Love and Literature. Hope y'all like it. I believe it's taken from Love Live, sort of. Yeah, but yeah. So this piece here, sort of like Monica ensconced in shadow. I love these kind of, you know, this is pretty much a portrait of Monica here, but the shadow, I feel like the way they drew it was striking. And you don't often see like this sort of like hard gaze on her. It's like a very powerful look for Monica. I feel like you don't see too often. I like seeing that sort of like side of her that you don't really see too often depicted, but it's definitely there. And the shadow in the background blending in to her face is, God, it feels so creepy. You know, it's very eerie, almost like a sort of Two-Face like kind of look here. But yeah, the artist is JG4962. They say this is Prowler Monica, so yeah, Prowler Monica looks badass. Thank you for sharing this one. JG4962. I could find them on X. And then, alright, so this one was a Final Fantasy crossover art piece with DDLC, and it is incredible. I have not personally played any Final Fantasy games, but this, I can just tell, like, the person who commissioned this, because it was commissioned, right? It says in the bottom, they love Final Fantasy and wanted to see these characters sort of in these roles that are from that series. But yeah, like, I wish I knew the characters from Final Fantasy, but I have like I know almost zero about Final Fantasy. Like, yeah, I think maybe Sayori is Aerith. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, like, I just wanted to really share this one. It's a really great piece, and it's by Carmach 10, or sorry, Carmach 1012. So like spelled car like as in a car, and then Mach, M-A-C-H, 101, the number 101, and 2 like spelled T-O-O. So Carmach 2. Yeah, DDLC X Final Fantasy. So this one, I think I found this one on Reddit. can see the artist here, I believe. I'm not sure how to pronounce Isina, and we have MC giving his poem words on the top here. Aura, raindrops, breathe, captive, massacre, sensation. Mostly Yuri, or maybe it's all Yuri. Climax, ambient, determination, horror, dream, joy, misfortune, pain, vivid, forgive, vivid. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these are all. Actually no, I think pain is a Sayori word. If you wanna like correct me, just let me know. But yeah, like absolute poetry, sort of playing off that absolute cinema meme, which was a theme for this contest, absolute cinema. And yeah, I don't know. This was just a very like well-drawn art piece that I love how the colors kind of pop. And yeah. Alright, so here's another one, Monica. And this one is by E.G. Rui M. Red. Okay. Maybe I can pronounce it. Let's see. Egg Rui M. Redney. So yeah, I can't really pronounce it that well, but sort of similar to that other Monica one I showed, right? Sort of. She's like ensconced in this shadow. Wonder what inspires artists to draw Monica this way, right? So this one is a bit different. She's sort of like half ensconced in the shadow, like her whole body is in blackness, and the background as well, but it's almost like her hair. Some of her hair is also black. It's a very interesting way they drew Monica here. But yeah, it's by Endermeerj. That's another. You can look up the name of the artist is Ender, like in Ender's Game, and then Me-urge, like Demiurge, so Endermeerj. This one is one called Afternoon Tranquility, and it's Monica sort of lying down on this long couch, taking a nap. It almost feels like this could be like a really old art piece, like Victorian, era sort of art piece. The way that it was drawn here. The artist is Chromazants of Tuatha, and Victorian semi-realism is their style. So yeah, if you want to check them out, they're on X, and their tag is at Tuatha __. So that's TUATHA __. But yeah, I feel like Monica sort of is very kind of beautiful maiden energy here. She's got her coffee, or it might be tea, but it's like sort of stacked on top of her books here. And we just have a few more pieces to get through before getting to the results of the art contest. So if you're watching and want to see the results, you can stick around just about maybe another 10 minutes. And can also answer any questions if you want to comment as well. So this is a cool crossover piece here. My side at XDDLC. And in the bottom left, you can see the artist is Carambola. 72. I believe that's 7210. If you look in the bottom left there. Well, yeah. So my side came out end of last year. Really good game. It's in the same territory as DDLC in terms of the theme of these sort of like innocent looking persona fascia here, and then we transition into this sort of darker themes. And in this piece we have a sort of just all-out brawl between Monica and Mita. So Monica is fighting Mita here. Mita proper, and we have like I don't know, I kind of love how they sort of combat in this. Like, the artist did a really good job. Look, you can see the veins on their hands here, sweat coming off their hands. We have this action, these lines, they're called action lines coming off. You can see, I'll tell they're shaking from these lines, how their hands are shaking. And we have this sort of a little bit of blood in that. I love sort of the subtle detail there. Mita's getting punched super hard. You could tell by the way, like, her hands are up here. But she's a robot, so she can take this punch, right? She's got a pretty tough interior to be able to handle a Monica fist. And Monica sort of like have this sort of brutal, sort of just expression, you know. I love this red line across her top of her eye here, coming out, sort of just sort of rage energy. And then the lines here, the red lines is here as well, sort of saying underscoring the intensity of this battle here. And Mita sort of got this kind of crazed, sadistic kind of like, I'm enjoying this fight, you know. And then Monica sort of just like got this fierce perseverance in her expression, you know. And then I think this might be the best panel here. Or I guess the box. The best box is like, we have Yuri, Natsuki, Sayori on the right here, cheering on Monica. Or at least Yuri's cheering on Monica. It looks like Natsuki's looking a bit, you know, whatever. And Sayori's kind of concerned. And the player in the middle, not sure what to say. Looks like they're sweating, shaking. Got this blank speech bubble here. And we have all of Mita's, like, what do you call them? Versions, I guess. I think most of them, right? Got Cappy. We have Mila and Cool Mita. And we have, yeah, I forget who's that short hair Mita, right? And then we have creepy Mita on the left here with the teddy bear. And then on the right, that's kind Mita, I believe. But yeah, this is a really good. And then it says Momo Momo Momo. But yeah, that is an awesome piece by Carambola. And then this one, I think this is by Phil Feels. You can see Phil_Feels in the bottom left. And I thought that was Ray from Sailor Moon on the left, but it's not Ray, so it's a different character. But I think I really enjoy how Monica looks in this one. She seems very in the flow, playing her piano here. But yeah, this one looks almost like it's hand-drawn, you know? It probably is hand-drawn based on this. You can see the coloring here. But yeah, I love that sort of how they did the lines here. It looks so clean, especially if you can look on the piano here, how the lines all go upward. But yeah, just a very calm, wholesome art piece here. This one is by the Shoddy Doodler. I just thought this was a funny one. This Sayori I think it's called Sayori Got Scared, and so she's like literally got like her hands on MC's head, sort of just like she's sitting on his shoulders, sort of, you know. She's so scared she jumps on MC's shoulders, and you can tell how scared she is from these lines indicating how much she's shaking. And MC's just kind of like, what? With the question marks here. And yeah, it was just a pretty funny piece here I wanted to share. But yeah, Shoddy Doodler, he's got a ton of art. ton of art pieces if you want to check Shoddy Doodler out. This one is by Project X101, and this is a really crazy piece here. This is terrifying. So you can see Monica's jaw, part of her skin's missing. They're pretty much all zombies, right? You can see their teeth through her face. And Natsuki, you can she's got her eye missing. Allusion to the game, where her eye is sort of covered by that black square, right? And then we have Sayori looking dead, but she's alive, you know? She's a zombie. So she's kind of dead and alive at the same time. And then Yuri here looks like she's wanting to grip Monica's head from the back here. Her hand looks huge, right? And her nails, look how much detail the artist put into these hands. Like, how her fingernails are all messed up here. Like, one's, broken off. And then Sayori's got all these, really, hard scrapes on her hand. Sort of you can see under her skin. Underneath my skin. And then we have, but yeah, I love how each Doki has unique sort of revealing sort of injuries here. Monica's sort of got stitches on the side of her face, but she's got her teeth revealed, so her skin's just not there. But yeah, honestly, this is the reason I like this one a lot is because of how the girls still look cute, but they look scary at the same time. Sort of juxtaposition of cuteness and sort of terror. And the shade, the coloring is really good, the shading. I really love the hair. How they did the shading on the hair is really nice. Especially Yuri's, look at that. Sort of that is really good lighting and shading. But yeah, that's by Project X101. You can see that in the bottom right corner. At Project X101. Alright, just have about one more piece, one or two more here until we can get to the art results. So, this was kind of just a meme that... I think this is by, Shiro Burrow. Shiro Burrow has so many creative, amazing pieces. They post on everywhere, X, Reddit, you know, but sort of Yuri stumbling upon a questionable piece of content here. Natsuki feet hang out. And I'm actually kind of curious, does anyone know where this is from, this Natsuki? I don't think that's a sprite from the game. I'm kind of curious where this is from. So if anyone knows where that one is from, I would say message me on X or post a comment. But yeah, Natsuki sort of looking disgusted upon seeing Yuri seeing Yuri stumble upon this but yeah, I think that should be it now, so we can go to the results. So yeah, oh hello potato soup. Alright, yeah, potato soup. Good time to stumble in here because now we're getting to the results for the contest. I'm gonna go to the next track here. Let's see, I'm gonna pick a good track. Alright, this one's good. Alright. So, are you ready for the results? I'm gonna start, so we had 4 total entries this contest. There was supposed to be a 5th entry, but the 5th entry, unfortunately the artist wasn't able to finish that one in time, but I will share that one once the artist is done. I'll share their entry. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to start with the 4th place finisher here. One second. As soon as I can select the folder I want here. Alright, so this is the 4th place entry. So congratulations for getting 4th place. And this one was, I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, this one's by, I believe it's Katsutoro. Yeah, or Katsutoro Ko. So Latin draws 29. And this artist actually did enter, I believe, may have entered both my previous contests. So yeah, congratulations for 4th place. And the artist, so I'm gonna read the description here. This is my entry called Misao's Revenge, featuring Monica as Yoshino. Misao's bully. For me, her death is the best cinema in all the RPG games. Hope you like it. So, some RPG game, and I'm not entirely sure what RPG it is, but yeah, Katsutoro put a ton of effort into this. Like, you can tell by the shadow and the saw here, or the chainsaw, and sort of like how the background, it's like all these no's in the back, sort of. I love how it sort of just blends in almost, and Monica is looking terrified, being pinned down here. But yeah, this was a really awesome piece here. Thank you for entering. You get 4th place, and there is a prize for that. So congratulations. And I am actually really curious. I'm gonna ask Katsutoro what this RPG is, because I'm pretty curious. But yeah, look at Monica's expression. Like, I've never seen Monica. Rarely, I don't know if I've ever seen Monica so terrified. She looks completely terrified. All right, let's get to 3rd place here. All right, so this one is based on The Matrix. And see, can I hide this bottom thing here so you can see the whole image? Let's see. I don't know if I can. If anyone knows how to hide the controls here for Honeyview, like, let me know, because I'm not sure how to hide the controls at the bottom. But yeah, this is our 3rd place art piece here. It's this one is, I believe, is by, is it Dester? No, wait. No, not, sorry, it's not Dester. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, yeah, this one's by Seasai Mutt. So, spelled Ciaiiimut. Seasai. But yeah, the reason I love this one is I think it's based on one of the posters for this movie, The Matrix, which is like one of the best movies ever. Like, if you haven't seen The Matrix, you should definitely see it. But Sayori here as Neo, I believe. I almost wanted to say Sayori was Morpheus, but no, Sayori's Neo. Got the iconic Neo glasses going on. And we have Monica up here as Trinity. Trinity is Neo's counterpart, or partner, in The Matrix. And she's kind of like the one that helps Neo realize his true potential. And so I love how we have Monica sort of, you know, there's a scene in the building scene in the movie where they're standing on this building, you know, and they come back together, but like, Neo dodges all these bullets, and like, I like how they put Monica's sort of face, or sort of silhouette. They put Monica inside her own silhouette here. And she's got a gun here. We have these 2 pills, like the red pill, you know, I believe that's the one you take. You wake up and you realize the true nature of reality. The blue pill, sort of, you stay in Wonderland. It's like Alice in Wonderland, you know, sort of like you can either stay in Wonderland or you take the red pill, see how far the rabbit hole goes. And the rabbit hole for this game is pretty deep, so. But yeah, they did an awesome job. It almost feels like this could be like a poster, you know, for some kind of DDLC Matrix crossover project film or something. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. But yeah, the red pill is the one that is going to lead you out of the labyrinth into the true reality, out of the Matrix, you know. So yeah, that was third place. Thank you again for Seaside. And second place, as I've already kind of shown, is this one. So this piece is, I believe, Coraline, based off Coraline, which is a fantastic movie. It's an animated film. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, these are all amazing pieces. Like, it was actually really hard to decide. Like, we had 4 people total, so including myself. So like, helped me decide the winners here. But this one is based on that Coraline. It's an animated film, and it's really good. I recommend seeing it if you haven't seen it. But so we have Monica here at the top as the other mother, and we have Natsuki here as Coraline. Super creepy. And I feel like the reason this works so well. Oh yeah, let me say the artist. Yeah, the artist is. I think I said them. Yeah, it's Jamington. Yeah, Jamington 24. So yeah, congratulations. Second place, Jamington 24. Yeah, so in the foreground here, top it says "Just be a good daughter," and the reason this works so well is because Monica is kind of like this. You could call her this devouring mother archetype in the game, because she's sort of like stifling the other girls from even getting to like be romanceable. She's sort of like stopping that, and that's kind of what that archetype does. That archetype stops, you know, the other girls from reaching their potential, you know, from sort of like romancing the player or the MC or whatever the you know, protagonist happens to be, whoever they happen to be. But yeah, like, they put the buttons on Natsuki's eyes, like in the movie, and the buttons on Monica's as well, and then we have the cracked face. Like, I feel like it fits well because, you know, in DDLC, even Monica has a cracked face from the jump scare, right? And so like, this is super creepy, but like, it works so well. We have the green fire. I believe Other Mother has green fire, and like, Monica says her favorite color is green in the game as well. So yeah, this is fitting, super fitting for this contest, which was, you know, is horror literature. And like, if you haven't seen Coraline, that movie is literature. Like, there's so much stuff in that movie. Like, you can watch that movie again and again and probably find so many little like, details and like ideas in that movie. But yeah, this is amazing. Thank you, Jamington, so much for this one, for this entry. This is incredible. And so this is first place. So I'm gonna like put a more exciting song on here, cause first place. Let's see. Let's try this one. Yeah, first place. So this one. Oh God, yes, the perfect song. So this is a horror. This one is called Dreams of Science and Technology. It's a remix of Dreams and Love and Literature, but it's a really kind of fitting for kind of this spooky Halloween vibe. But anyway, this one is called I believe it's USS Callister. It's a basically DDLC version of the episode of Black Mirror called USS Callister, which is like a very memorable episode of Black Mirror. It's a very, you know, I don't want to spoil too much, but they basically took a Star Trek sort of aesthetic, you know, Star Trek. They took Star Trek and parodied it into this kind of Black Mirror psychological horror kind of story, and like this fits so well. Like DDLC fits perfectly into this because we have, you know, Monica here as the main antagonist from that episode of USS Callister. Sort of like, I don't want to spoil. I don't know if I should spoil it. You know, it came out a few years ago, but if you haven't seen that episode of Black Mirror, it's really awesome. But yeah, I think the artist. So the artist for this one, I believe, I should know these off the top of my head. But yeah, this one is. Yeah, Dodo. Yeah, Dodo King, ILUC. Yeah, Dodo King. DILUC at the end there. You can see in the bottom left, that's their logo here. But yeah, this is a really awesome piece. Like, thank you, Dodo King. The other girls are characters from that episode, and this is pretty much like how I believe when you first start this episode in Black Mirror, it's kind of, this is like the, what do they call it, the title screen. And so thank you, Dodo King. I'll just call you Dodo because that's what it says in your profile. But yeah, Dodo, thanks, Dodo. Dodo entered some contests before, but I don't know if Dodo has gotten first place before, but yeah, you got first place this time, so thank you for entering. And yeah, that'll be it for the contest. I guess I'll say a little bit more about this piece. Just feeling a little tired now, but yeah, I noticed that there's a lot of these sort of like lines like you would see in like old TV screens, like these sort of like rainbow lines going vertical lines. I forgot what they call those, but I feel like the reason people like I should have asked my friends, like my I guess my fellow judges here, what made them rate this one first, because I think 3 people rated this one as their favorite, and like I feel like it's got to do with just overall just like the coloring, the detail, the shading, the theme, everything just fits really well. And then Monica looks like a true villain here, and I feel like that's the kind of thing you want to see in this kind of contest, is like you're drawing out sort of like these sides of the characters you don't see until Act 2 of the game, or beyond, Act 2 and beyond, I should say. Well, I guess for Sayori, you could say she probably could be in Act 1. You could say she's also drawing out both sides of herself. But anyway, yeah, thanks Potato Soup for joining and commenting, and yeah, thank you for all the artists. And yeah, thanks. I do like doing these contests. So if anyone has any ideas for a contest, or you know, if anyone is wanting to help do another contest with me, just let me know. And yeah, I'll consider, you know, maybe there could be one for December, or this month. I don't know. Like, just yeah. Like, I love seeing artists be creative and think outside the box and do these kind of crossovers. Like, I really love all of this. So thanks a bunch for all the artists. And yeah, I suck at drawing too. Like, I do want to try to learn when I have free time. Like, I want to try to learn more, like, from artists, like how to draw. Like, but yeah, Black Mirror is an amazing show. Also, like, you don't have to just watch this episode of Black Mirror. The whole show is really good. It's been going on since like 2012, I think, and they still have I think the newest season came out at either the end of last year or this year, and so like, but yeah, all right, everyone, I'm gonna go probably eat dinner now, and thanks for joining, and have a good rest of your night. Happy belated Halloween. I was supposed to have this on Halloween, but my family came, and so I just delayed it because I wanted to visit my family. So yeah, have a good night.